Good evening, everyone, to the third season of TRACC TCR Championship. I'm your host, Handsome Lars, and I'll be here for the next 6 weeks of brief, fun, good old classic touring car action on a selection of tracks. As you can see above me, we're at Bathurst today. Why Bathurst? Why not? That's what I told the guys as we made it. As we made the calendar. Now, I'm not gonna bother you with all the details because we got qualifying to go to, but let's just do a good old quick format. 20-minute qualifying, 9-lap race, where we take top 8 and we swap them around for race 2, and there you go. That's your grid, and that is what we'll be doing the next 75 minutes, I think. As always, I would love to answer questions from everyone in chat. If you have any, or just want to shout something, go for it. Just a brief recap here of last season, and maybe a harbinger of things to come. Niels van der Kerkholt destroyed everyone, more or less winning, I think, 7 or 8 out of 12 races. And we're obviously not hoping he's going to do that this season. We might have to ballast him. However, he might not actually run the full schedule this time. Why? I don't know. I think he's busy. But I'm pretty sure, I think I know he's here today. But before we drop to qualifying, let's just have our head honcho, our honorary Australian, Julian Strasser, do a guided lap around the track. And then we'll cut to qualifying.
We start off our lap on one of the shortest start-finish straights out there on Bathurst Mount Panorama Circuit, breaking between 150. We try to get the best line into the first corner on the exits. Do not go across the white line with your left 2 wheels. Then it's just the mountain straight, I believe, up the mountain. And on the little runoff on the left, start braking, turning into this right-hander. Now shortly before this kink here, start braking for this hard left-hander, which you are going to take in second gear. Try to get as close to the walls as possible without touching the walls. Of course, always touching the wall is dangerous. And here I'm going to lift off several times, simply because to get a little bit of lift off oversteer to get some turn in, as well as to be more on the safe side. Because the most important thing on Bathurst is being safe and coming down the mountain without crashing. Here on the right hand, shortly before the step, start braking for Forest Elbow. You can take it a bit more on the inside than I did here. Take a bit more speed through the corner up onto this back straight here. At the end of the straight, we have this right hand kink, which you can take flat out, no problem. Then between 150 and 100, start braking for this left hand chicane here. You can accelerate out of it without a problem. And we're coming up to the last corner here. Brake shortly after the 100 mark. Cut across on the inside. Get your wheels on the outside a bit. And across the line we go.
And once I turn on the audio, we can actually get on with the business at hand. Took a while for it to start, but qualifying is here. We are just gonna go hit driver info. We're just gonna start with our last season's champion, Niels van der Kerkholt. On his outlap. Now, as we saw Julian, he had trouble going over the mountain. Horrible, horrible trouble, which is probably why he's not here tonight. Because, that mountain ain't fun, yo. Can we actually get some camera angles on? And we'll do the front camera. Just to appreciate it a bit more. But we got 11 drivers, and I will actually introduce them shortly. Let's just take a moment to appreciate this view. This is the best part of the track, in my opinion. You got up there, you hit max speed, and you just get it into basically a sideways braking zone. Very fun. Okay. Kirkhill will, of course, be not the first guy on the track, but definitely the most important one. Let's just go look at some people from last season who are also here tonight. Colin Barker. Once more in his Audi. Sultan Petery, who I believe was I'm not entirely sure, I think he was a Renault driver last season, but now he's in a Cupra. Zalius Lornevicius, once more in the Peugeot. Paul Stopinski in a Wall, but also in a Hyundai. Adam Kurian, still in the Scion, not a Volvo, R. And Irvin Schultens, also, well, in the very pretty Honda, if I have to say. The new guys, we'll get to that in a moment. For now, let's just watch Kirkhill set what I assume to be the fastest lap. Maybe, we don't know. But we have 11 guys on track today. And, well, that's actually okay, because it's Bathurst, and you know, I don't blame people for wanting to avoid Bathurst. Now, I have driven against Nils before, and, you know, if he's having trouble, everyone else is. Of course, those were in GT cars with, like, a lot of downforce, but still. TCR cars, not exactly a slouch either. Now he comes down here. Obviously, it's purple because he is the only one who has actually been on track so far. Everyone except, and we're just gonna cut to him, Alexis Jones, new guy, in a Honda. Currently from Argentina. That's new. Let's just go for another one here. Julian Bell. I think he's in a Renault. I think I've raced against him too in Grand Tours, so he'll be interesting to watch. Oh, there is actually no, I didn't forget that guy. No, and then there's Boki Obradovic, who is also in the gravel. I don't know much about him, but we'll see, won't we? It'll be fun. And finally, the last new one is Björn Peter. Just like Boki, he is also in an Alfa Romeo. So the first lap times are in. It is, of course, Kirkhill in front. At 2:14. Peter coming in, half second behind. Adam Kurian. The one of the few people who have the pace to challenge Nils. Also, let's just, can I get the time here? Yeah. The 2:15.1. Lovinovic is at 2:16.4. And Barker in a banker lap, put it mildly. There we go. So look at Sultan Petery. Last season we had 3 Hungarians racing at the same time. Sultan being anywhere from the fastest to the slowest. We'll see, as he has changed the car this season. Will the sports version of the Seat actually prove to be a good choice? Now that he is in the same car as Nils van der Kerkholt, maybe he'll find that speed he needs. The down force it seems. So let's move on. Irvin Schultens. Our P6 so far 5 seconds down. And it is not an easy track. See how he copes with the mountain. He copes poorly, but that is a difficult corner. Goes ever so slightly downhill, and you'll lose grip at some point. And let's see who's up next here. Up next, let's see what auto directors. There's the wrong button. You want Colin Barker, apparently. That is... Let's see what it is. It's a 2:16.199. Slight improvement. Elsewhere in the track, I'm just being told that Kurian has invalidated his lap. Unfortunately, that would have been a 2:15.104, which is a single thousand. No, that is actually legal, those laps. Peter and Kurian are 1 or 2 thousandths apart, depending on how you read it. And, you know, still solid second behind Kerkholt, but that is to be expected. Go back down and look at the back here. Jolton's coming. Is this a new lap or? It is a new lap, what am I saying? Go on board with him for start here. Get a lovely start on the track. And let's see, 8 people have set lap times, but we need to go to... No, we gotta stay here for a moment, actually. Being told that Kurian has set a fastest global sector somewhere. Although it will not tell me where he has set it. Is it the mountain? Better luck this time. Indeed. Gonna cut Kurian coming in here. Yeah, that is a fastest sector 1. And a decent enough sector 2. Now, is he gonna be P2? We'll find out. As Kerkholt has apparently set a 13.8. Just as before Kurian can actually make it into the 2:14s. Well darn. Well darn. And Kurian goes to the pits. Let's see, more stationary people. Bit more gravel. Let's see who we want. Who has not set a lap? Julian Bell has not set a lap. And he is getting ready to go on a fast one. This will be... I can just check here. I can't see it anymore, but I used to have a lap counter. Oh, that was the wrong button. Oh, there it is. This will be his 3rd lap. Elsewhere on the track, almost everyone except Alexis Jones are trying to make laps. It is Jones and Bell who are yet to set a time. So let's see what Bell can do when not invalid. Ooh, that was a close shave. Whoa! Wow, that's oh, that's aggressive. That's aggressive, all right. I'm not sure that the lap is valid, but it certainly is exciting. Let's see. He is almost 3 seconds down, but it's not racing Kirkhill after all. Let's see. If nothing goes wrong, he should beat Obradovich. And that is exactly what he does. Slotting in right between Stopinski and Obradovich. And let's cut here. Lovrenovich is right behind him, and he is also slightly faster than before. Although that was only 216 something. Let's see what our Lithuanian friend here can do. He had a decent last season. Slowly improving from being not a top 8 guy to being a top 8 guy. Ah, Colin Barker. Go on to him then. Last season he was unspectacular, but decent. And he got faster throughout the season. Often taking good results when everyone else were making mistakes. But now he has gone a lot faster over the last season, so we'll see what the past 4 weeks of breaks have done to him. Hopefully they've made him into a podium guy. Let's see, it's gonna be a slight improvement on his time. Not enough to move a position, and I'm getting yellow flags. Yep, Schultens has parked the car. Did we blame him? Not that we blame him. Obradovich is getting a yellow flag. I don't know why he's getting a yellow flag, but he is still driving. Ah, see. Okay, Kurian has set a fastest first sector. 1/8,000th of a second. You still need to find 1/10th of a second, but well, that lap is actually pretty good. He is just checking. He's half a second faster than his current sector 2 time. This could be a pole position depending on what this mischievous Chinese car can do. I don't know why I call it mischievous. I mean, it's just a car. Kirkhill is on the track too, though. Also at a purple sector somewhere, but let's see what Kurian pulls out of the hat. He takes off 4/10. It is not enough to take the pole, but it is enough to solidify and consolidate that second place. But somewhere behind him, Kirkhill exists, and it got a pole lap. Although, ironically, it might still end up faster than Kurian. Nope. There is nothing there. That was a 2:14.8. Julian just said a 2:14.2. Let's see. Opedoric coming in here. Could be a personal fastest lap. Was at 2:16.5 before, and then he is at 2:16.2 now. Takes him past Stopinski. Oh, and now we need to go back to Krugel again. Purple first sector. Is he just gonna kill everyone at this event? He does do that a lot for some reason. 3 minutes left of qualifying. No one else is doing any... I'm gonna have to cut away for a moment, actually. I'm being told Opedoric has a purple sector. He has a purple sector. Absolutely crazy. I didn't expect that. Well, he's gonna stay with him for another sector and see if that was a fluke. Whoa, that's some braking. I just get a sector 2 time. Kirkhill has apparently taken a pit, so I think he ran off the road. So now we're gonna stay with Opedoric and his purple sector. Ooh, and he loses 1.4 seconds. That is very interesting, at least. It's a purple sector by... I mean, the game says 1100s. It is actually by a mere 3,000s compared to Kurian, who has the best first sector. But he will have enough time to do one more lap. After this, we'll cut up to a battle between Stopinski and Bell. Both of which are on personal fastest laps. Opedoric takes one place, goes past Lovinovicius. Stopinski comes around. And he puts Opedoric down again. We're right. Julian Bell coming around final corner. And not enough to knock down anyone, but he is also over a second behind. We're gonna stick with Sultan Petery while I write a message in Discord. If you haven't noticed, we have a Discord. Where is the Discord? It's a good question. I will link it in a moment. If I can find it. I can't, but it's in below us, of course. And there we have the final standings as Petery comes in. It is Kirkhill in front of Kurian, in front of Peter, in front of Petery, in front of Barger, in front of Stopinski, in front of Opedoric, in front of Lovinovicius, in front of Schultens, and finally, and the game doesn't show this, but it is real. It is it's called Julian Bell and then Alexis. Eeny, meeny, miny, what's his name? Alexis Jones. Sorry. $30 until we go on the green, and then it's 5 lights, and when they go off, well, we go off. That sounded wrong. Sorry. That sounded wrong. On the grid, everyone. Almost everyone, at least. Just to reiterate, it's a green flag already there. Sorry, it is 9 laps now. As we go into first corner, it is Kirkhill coming in front of Korean Peter. Oh, he's recognized these new cars. Everyone, including Alexis Jones, come through first corner. That is excellent. Now let's get some training going for the first race of this season. Adam and Nils are already fighting for it. Bjorn Beta. Ooh, just hanging there. Wanting to take part, but we'll see. As we are approaching the mountain, which is... that's where all the train will stop. Like, it's nice to have 11 cars in a row, and Peter takes a big bump. We do have damage on in this series, but don't hit the wall. I was saying. On the mountain, everyone is gonna get divided. That is how it is. Let's see if anyone crashes. No one dies. How about here? Whoa, I think Kurian hit a wall there, Ian. It is Pavel versus Sultan. They are on each other's tails. Archer right behind them. Going to the top speed, Kurian... sorry, and the Kirkhill are ahead. I don't know where Julian Bell actually went, coming to think of it. But he ain't here. Now, is there gonna be a Polish attack? There isn't. Parker, however, he's gonna sneak it. Really should sneak it. He does not. Alright, so on lap 2 here, it is Ilsman de Kirkhill leading in front of Adam Kurian, Jan Peter, Sultan Peteri, Paul Stopinski, Devin Mine, Colin Barker, and then Pavel Stopinski. Doki Obradovic, that's a hard name. Salicius, Lovinovicius, Alexis Jones, and Irvin Schultens. Back up here, it is gonna be an attack. Hello, White Mamba. Can someone beat Nils this time? That is a good question. And you're telling me that we have actually changed the rules, so it's the entire grid that switches now. Top 10, okay. Well, that'll be interesting. We will have to flog our graphics department as we have a lot of touching. And a lot of wall banging. Is the Serb and the Lithuanian kissing the wall? As we are already kind of spread out. Well, let's see the battle for last then. Or as we now call it, battle for pole position in race 2. The cars are identical. They have no excuse not to hit each other. Or not to race close, that's the word. Tip, sorry again. I say a lot of stupid stuff. Back up here a bit. Now people have more or less spread out now. It is a beautiful track though. It really is. Oh, hang on. It is Honda and Honda action. Actually, it was close to it. There's Ventucurio going out on lap 3. And Kurian is behind him, and the other Hungarian, Peter is. who was actually taking Björn Peters somehow, somewhere. Which went so quickly, we didn't even notice it. Here we go. Boki's on the attack. And it's a bold place to make a move. And does it stick? It sticks. I had me worried for a second when he hit the curb, but yeah. I personally wouldn't make a move there, but I'm a bit of a coward when it comes to driving on Bathurst. The other person close to someone, that is Colin Barker. Just casually drifting an Audi for a corner. Let's go back up front here. As Raquel comes down the mountain. Almost 3 seconds ahead of Adam. If anyone can beat Andy Kirkle, it has to be Adam Kurian. But let's see the Battle of the Peters. Door-to-door action. Barker just looking on, probably amused. It is 96 being chased by 69, which mildly amuses me. Now let's see, I think Björn has a very good shot at taking a position in the same place that Boki did one lap go. This is for third position. Alden takes the inside. All they do is bring Barker closer. And Sullivan gets another moment to rest. Ooh, when Peter takes the wall one more time. Let's see, Stopinski. Also hitting walls, by the way, but he is slowly catching Boki again. We can practice his name, Boki or Badorich, or I'll just call him Boki this season. Easier to remember. Stopinski makes another big gash on the side of his car. Not recommended. Gotta cut up front again. Ah, they are too far apart to attack. Elsewhere in the track, Kirkle is eating gravel. But not a lot of gravel. As he comes out, more or less, no, not quite the halfway mark. 4-second lead on Kurian. I gotta show you a filter. Here we go. We just changed the overall standings to reflect that. It is 26 seconds from first to last. Or if you know, one medium-sized crash. Speaking of last, let's look at them. Both in the same livery. We will have to have a conversation with them about that. Or even though that is the nicest Honda livery in the game. I see Sheldon's, looks on the inside, sees nothing he likes. Will he see anything on the mountain? Will not. Hello, Nara or Nowhere Racing. How are you doing? Let's go back up here. Battle for P3 has spread out a bit. Has spread out a lot, to be honest. And there aren't all that many battles to look at. It is Peter and Peter E. How you pronounce it, I guess. Who are one second apart, and Stupinski and Boki who are also a second apart. You're doing good, nerd. That is nowhere, whatever. That is great to hear. You're here hoping to see kangaroos. I'm not sure I can comply. There are Australians here. And gravel. And someone... sorry. And someone with a camera in the background, but that's roughly it. Kangaroos? That'd be difficult. Okay. Jan Peter. And Sultan is making the same line as before. Jan goes... not the right angle. Not the right way around, to be honest. Barker slowly creeps up again. Ooh, and I think that's the third time he clips a wall with the right side of his car. And by clip, I mean smash it. Something weird is happening. They're fighting. That is the weird thing. I think Lipinski basically outbroke himself because on my display, they switched position 3 times in 3 seconds. But it is... it's a car versus car. It is... and I noticed... BRC's... the BRC Hyundais are an Italian team, versus an Italian team... no, an Italian car with a French team. Make of that what you want. Ah, good lines by Boki. And just as I say that, he goes onto gravel. Yes, battle is not over. Alpha simply appears to have more speed in the straights. Go on, bumper cam. Okay, let's see. Powell does not take it. And there's a yellow... oh, Barker! Barker, no! That is a terrible place to park a car. Don't do that. And that lost him... yeah, that lost him more or less 5 positions. And a bumper. As he does a 80 part 80-point turn. That is, as White Mamba in the chat definitely puts his hands in his head, that is the correct response. But I am 95% sure that was a solo incident. And weirdly enough, the first incident we've had this race. So let's move on to someone who's only had minor incidents. John Peter. Who has a very peaceful time now that there is no Colin Barker behind him. Actually, no, we're gonna scratch that. Stupinski's, they're back. Poland and Serbia are back in battle. They're probably touching. But it is touring cars, so that is to be expected, and both are going on the gravel. Not by a whole lot, but by enough. And Lorenovich is actually catching up to them. We got, 2 laps to go. And yes, Julian Barker did do a crashing all on his own. Parked the car sideways in Sector 1. And then had to do an 80-point turn because there were concrete walls everywhere. That is classic. Anyway, people from the Eastern Europe having a battle. That is also very classic. Not a yellow. Why do we have a yellow? That is Björn Peter has. He's eaten a wall for the 4th time now. That did not help him. That is our second. Well, our second yellow flag of the day, actually. That more or less sets up podium, and let's just do it, actually. Bring it up here. Nils van der Kerkeld, who we haven't seen since lap 1, still leading. Adam Kurian, who we haven't seen since lap 2, still in 2nd. Solden Pettery, Björn Peter, Al Stupinski, Ogie, as I've decided to call him. Right behind him, Lorenovich, crashing Colin Barker, sliding Alexis Jones, and Irvin Schultens. Now let's go look here. We are having a slight train. 3 cars. We're on the last lap now. Next race will be 2 laps longer, and we'll be flipping these results into the next grid. Which means Irvin Schultens on pole position. Over the mountain. That'd be fun. But let's see. Can Bogey get the slipstream here? He certainly can, it seems. Now, what ain't... That is that's some interesting lines by Pavel. It is not up to me to decide if they're legal, but they are interesting at least. Will there be time for one last attack? There probably will, but we'll have to look at the Kirkhill crossing the line soon. We're gonna have to cut to him now, actually. Oh, actually, no, we can wait a moment. We can wait a moment. Pokey! No, that's a wall. That is a wall. Don't hit wall. Wall not good for car. Alright, but now we seriously have to go look at him. One corner left, it is gonna be another Nils van der Kerkel victory. It is as the gods foretold. I don't know if I will show up, he said. Showed up and he won. And he's celebrating by blinking as you usually do. Adam Curran comes in second. Alden Pettery, I don't know how to pronounce it exactly, coming in third. Newcomer Björn Peter coming in at fourth. Paul Stopinski, gotta be fifth. Oki Obradovic. Obradovic, yeah, there he is. Sneaking in sixth in front of Lovinovic. P8 is gonna be crashing Colin Barker, which I have just called him. I feel clever. Alexis Jones is gonna win the Battle of the Identical Hondas in front of Irvin Schultens, who's gonna go on pole in the next race. But that was lap 1. And the game even agrees with me on the results. So yeah, not much to do but wait for race 2. Maybe do a little trash talking in the chat. I wholeheartedly recommend trash talking in the chat. Makes everything more fun. But we got a cool, I think, 2 minutes. Oh, this. Oh, I would turn on the camera, but I am actually looking at everything else. Yeah, there we go. And here is an advertisement from RaceRoom itself. How would you like a chair that has a metal frame? Look pretty nice though. Julian, when I said trash talking, I didn't mean trash talking me. That's mean. Boo. Boo. Talk about the chairs instead. And, of course, I'll have to log back into the server. Why wouldn't I? It is Race Room, and that is what it does. Yes, Julian, these chairs, and here we get them again. A Track Time race rig. Okay, all jokes aside, they actually look fine, but I can't tell the difference. Except different chairs, I guess. There we go, 30 seconds until the race, sorry. Let's just get some track conditions on, because it is slightly colder now. 32 degrees in the track, 18 degrees in the air. Slightly colder. Now we have flipped the grids. It is going to be Irvin Schultens starting ahead. In a few seconds. Any moment. Any moment. Here we go, 11 laps, and Schultens stalls the car. Causing Barker to hit someone else, and oh, here we go. Here's the Spinala. Schultens eats everything, hits everyone. And that was terrible. Drives Kirkhill into a wall, drives Peter somewhere else. That was... And he's just tired. I honestly don't know. I'm not sure what happened there. I simply don't know. He stalled the start and then everyone just piled on him. But that's the nature of starts. Well, Lovinovic is leading then. In front of Colin Barker. And Curran has been the first one to make excellent progress. Everyone, more or less except Peter, has gone off to a good start. And of course, Kirkhill. The wall and Julian is sliding everywhere. This is very much a nervous start compared to the last one. Peter and Stapinski are hitting each other now. Yeah, they're overtaking on the mountain, and there is Alexis Jones hard, and that is 2 Hondas dead. Dead-ish at least. Not sure who hit him. I was off the camera. But this is a nervous start. And there was one more. What was that? Oh, I thought that was Jones again. Sorry. Let's see, Barker for the lead, and they already got a second. Or I got 2 seconds, actually. Well, if the first race was Carlin collected, this certainly isn't. Barker goes into the lead. Oh, they're touching again. You're in third again, in front of Boki. Van Kirkhill in 5th, and also inside a Hungarian man. That is otherwise illegal in Hungary, for what it's worth. Van Peter, not the best at overtaking, but he has made a position on Stapinski. More or less. Let's see. Peter is chasing up Kirkhill as we're here on lap 2. It is number 1 and 2 from race 1. Well, Kirkhill have a challenger this season. And yes, it is a lovely livery on that Cupra. It is more or less like the Renault he drove last season. Except grayer. And more Spanish. Over the mountain for the second time. Got back up here. Barker leading. Lovinovicius. Kirian. Opadovic. Kirkhill. No one has crashed this entire lap. That's a new record for race 2. We got a train going now. Nils is smart enough not to overtake on the mountain. That might actually end up hurting your car. Now we'll have to see how much damage he took, but he was driven into the wall before T1. That should at the very least end up with some aero damage. Duran is attacking up front too, but here comes Nils. Ooh, that is some excellent defending by Boki. Except for that one, almost defended that perfectly. Kirkhill goes into P4. Also, I just implied that Salt and Peter finished. I don't think he finished the last race. They came from remember. 2 Hungarians is more than I can remember, and Kurin goes wide. And that means Kirkhill is back up to 3rd. Now follows a Lithuanian litmus test. Yeah, I'm just putting words together now. And oh, that was pretty easy to square away. And here comes Kurin from behind too. Ooh, was that? Yeah, that was Stapinski eating a wall. And Peter ate a wall too. Very chaotic. But it wouldn't be Bathurst without people hitting walls. No, it's fine, it's fine. Oh, and thank you for the follow, Vitesse72. First follow of the season, if I'm not wrong. Just in time to watch Paul Stupinski make a move. Or at least try. Hi, Vitesse, how are you doing? Pavel is dancing a bit in the bricks. We're gonna cut back up here. That's 3 people pretty tightly packed. To reiterate, Colin Parker is still leading, but for how long? Which is a question we'll delve into in, I think, very soon. In a minute. And Vitesse, great to hear that you're from Italy. We need more Italians in our life. Now let's see. Julian makes a move. No, he does not. Oop, oop, oop. Yeah, Boki just understeers into the wall, as his nature. Loses several positions. I mean, that's oh no, they're actually we'll get to Kirkhill in a moment, I swear. Ooh, what's Boki again? I've got ankles here of people hitting walls. And I will totally get to the chat in a moment, but people hitting everything. I'll get to the chat in a moment, I swear. Actually, we're gonna have to capture Kirkhill, but he's about to take the lead. Thank you, Julian. I'm aware of what I'm doing here. I'm getting cross-eyed from looking at 2 monitors. And if it says welcome to Race Room, it is slightly more relaxed than iRacing when it comes to hitting people, as we've seen so far, as Kirkhill is now past Barker, more or less as expected. He's gonna make 2 for 2, I bet. Let's go back down here. There is more shenanigans. What happens when you take a bunch of hatchbacks and put them on a circuit like Bathurst? You get shenanigans. Race 1 was calm, but Race 2 has just been people, well, apparently flashing lights at each other and weaving around. I'm having fun. I'm having so much fun. Let's cut back up here. As I was saying earlier in this, and actually at the start of the stream, why Bathurst? Why not Bathurst? And I'm happy to report that I was right. Bathurst is brilliant. And yes, they're switching back. We're just gonna go please the Polish audience! No, we're not. Instead, we're gonna see Pavel crash. And hit the wall after that, too. Gamer move. And thank you so much, Vitesse, for that compliment. We've been doing this for several months now. And maybe in the future we'll be showing off our TCR Championship, or DTM Championship, and really whatever else we have. The overlay's on. About you. Ooh, that's a wall. You're right, that overlay. Sorry. See, it's race 2. Got distracted. In all this excitement, I kind of forgot to put on the graphics. And And yeah, in the chat, TCR is fantastic. And now I have to look 2 places at once. Pavel, Gravel, inside. And Pavel is passed. And he is not passed anymore, is he? Wow, that's close. And we can't even stay here because we have other battles. I mean, it's chaos. We have free... We only have 10 drivers here. And all of them are fun. And as I'm sure someone in the chat will say, hey, you can join us. As we see, Lauren Richards with a bold outside move that completely fails. But it looked good. And we see Pavel also outside now. This is I don't think there's any car, maybe except... No, I just don't think there are any cars that are gonna make through this without braking. And Alexis Jones has retired sometime as well. But I think just about everyone has hit something or someone tonight. Ooh! Come on, Bob. Can't believe Nils is winning this too. I can. He is that good. And this is impressive for a guy who weren't sure if he was going to show up. Ooh, Pavel is having... Well, Moki, no! No! Well, that was, I don't know how to describe that. That was interesting. That was very interesting. It wasn't even a rejoin, he just hit the wall and bounced back. Let's go look at Johan Peter in the battle for the Peters. I think it's pronounced Peter or Petery. I'm not sure. Hungarian names. Now let's see, T1. John should have the slipstream now, and also the very powerful Alpha. I think the Alpha does have one of the highest top speeds here. But will Sultan and his experience shenanigans protect? No? Ooh, too far out. Let's go straight down to the Serbian and Polish battle. That didn't... Oki goes past again. And never mind, Pavel goes past again. And... Nope. Ooh. I swear we could do an entire stream just with those two guys. And that's another wall tap. If, like me, you have lost count, I can tell you that it's... I think it's more than... 3 this race. I think the record is still Björn Peter, who I think hit the wall 5 times in race 1. And also, follow the Discord link in the chat right now. That is our Discord server, where you can sign up for, well, races like this. And experience people hitting each other on the mountain. Oh dear, let's go look at something calmer, like the front. Niels van der Kerkholt. Dutch. He's okay. He's winning. He won like 7 or 8 races last season. It's okay. Alan Barker, who did an 80-point turn in race 1. He's doing fine too. Julian, he's doing alright. Petery has survived everyone else trying to crash into him. John Peter has crashed into everyone, but is still fine. Doritovich has had the most hilarious incident where he just completely understeered into a wall. And finally it's Stupinski and Obradovich. That's, well, I don't know. Maybe they should go have a fight somewhere in the pit lane after this race. But fun fact for those who didn't watch the qualifying, Obradovich had the fastest first sector of everyone. Faster than Kirkel, faster than Kurian. Fastest first sector, period. Oh, yellow flag, yellow flag. And it's Kirkel, it's the race leader. He has gone all over the place. I didn't see what. It was a solo incident. Mark that 2 for Nils as he has hit the wall once more. And I'm not sure, but that looks like a suspension issue on his car. It was moving a bit off here, I think. Now, it is not enough for Colin to catch him, but yeah, Nils died-ish and is still leading. I think he lost like 4 seconds or something, but I still think it took suspension damage because I think that car is wobbling a bit too weird now. Now, he had damage on the front right after lap 1, I think. And if he hit the wall with this butt first, maybe the rear left is broken now. I'm not sure it's gonna matter in the long run, but wow, we only have 3 laps to go. But it doesn't help. Heaters are still within each other, near each other. So let's go look at the Eastern European battle again. He has a slipstream. How will he crash today? Okay, inside this time. And that's pretty good, actually. He actually sticks it, and he is now P7. Will there be another wall? Will there be another wall? No, it's sliding. Hang on, something's wrong. Wasn't... I think Peter has made a mistake somewhere because apparently he's lost a second. I don't know how I missed that. There was no yellow flags or anything. As people in the chat are now insulting Julian Strasser's English, and it's not his fault. He was born in Austria. And not Australia, as I said earlier in this stream. Oh, there we go. Stupinski's attacking again. Oh, more gravel. Okay, 2 laps to go. As someone in the chat says, mandatory pit stop for Nils should be a rule. I just say we give him 100 kilos of ballast, but something. Ooh, the Alpha is pulling away, and is no longer pulling away. Is this the closest battle on the track? And it's also been the most fun battle on this track, to be honest. I saw something yellow light up on my display. Not sure what that was. No positions have changed place in the last lap. Ooh, they're going fast now. To the limit. Oh, no. They are actually trying to do it on the mountain. Those madmen. Madmen, I tell you. I love it. They're gonna kill each other before this is over. I'm gonna promise myself we're gonna look at other drivers at some point. Whoopsie doodle, and we got a lawnmower. We got a lawnmower. Oh dear, one lap to go. When we look elsewhere, Peter is making up some ground on Peter. We're just gonna look at that quickly. And then we're gonna go back to looking at Pavel and Bogey, and I swear we might even look at the race leader at some point. No. There's not gonna be an attack here, so let's go look at them. Oh, we need a name for those two. We really do. I'll leave that up to the viewers. What can we call them? He's doing it outside again! And he no, that was Lorenovich who did that, but that also failed. And as Julian suggests, Parbo. We're calling them Parbo from now on. I'm all for it. It is still the last lap. And they haven't noticed. They just have not noticed. And yeah, in a few moments we'll have to cut away because, no, actually we're gonna stay here for a moment. Sultan has made a last-minute attack. And it is gonna pain me that we'll have to cut away in a few moments. Because they're fighting again. Everyone is fighting again. But we're gonna have to look at the race winner, Nils van der Kerkel, for the second time. 2 out... That was the wrong button. 2 out of 2. That is how you do it. Last to first, and 2 crashes. And now, I'm sorry, Colin Barker, we can't look at you. People are trying to kill each other. It is not gonna go. Drag race battle. Oh boy, and then I would go look backwards, and it's all confusing. Okay, he's gonna lose to Pavel. That was, or is he? Oh boy. Lovely race, indeed. That was quite an event. Nils van der Kerkel wins again in front of Colin Parker and Brief, Adam Kurian, Jan Peter, Sultan Petery, Dalius Lovinicius, Paul Stopinski, Ogi Obradovic, Alexis Jones, and Irvin Schultens. And breathe. And cut to my camera, which is blinding me. Sorry. And still blinding me. You know, that'll have to do. That'll have to do. Sorry. Next week, same time, same channel. We're gonna go to a track I've never heard of, and now I'm blind again. Thank you, game. We're gonna go to Autodrome West, which I think is in Slovakia? Slovenia? I don't know. Czechia. It's in the Czech Republic. So, I mean, basically, you know, West Slovakia. And that's me getting cancelled by all the Czechs in the chat. None of them. In any case, let's see what the time was. Yeah, you know what? Almost exactly 75 minutes. So without further ado, we're just gonna skedaddle off. And thank you for watching, and we so hope you can join us next week, either as a driver or as a viewer, here on TRACC TCR Championship.